Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. Your old buddy Tim back with another video, and in this video I am going to pull out the old crystal ball. I'm going to dust that puppy off. I'm going to look into it deeply, and I'm going to let you know what I see for the real estate future coming up in 2024. So before you get too excited, let me tell you, my crystal ball actually is a bowling ball, and it doesn't really help me much. So anyway, hey, before we get started, I hope you had a great Christmas and a great New Year's. It's, man, 2024 already. I got to tell you, when I was younger, time seemed to drag. It seemed like it just took forever, but now you get to my age, I'm 63, I've officially crossed old fart land, and I feel like I'm suddenly living in dog years. 1 year equals 7. It's kind of what I feel like. It feels like the time is just passing much too quickly. So enough about me. But anyway, I hope you had a great New Year's, and I hope things are good with you. I want to talk in this video about the housing market, real estate, North Alabama primarily, coming up in 2024. What are my thoughts? I can't predict the future, as you well know, but I can tell you what I think is going to happen based on just my expertise in the industry, what I hear, what I read. I'm very connected in, of course, to the mortgage industry as well as the real estate. So I've kind of got a pretty good idea what's going to happen here, at least locally in 2024. Nationally, it's a crapshoot. It is anybody's guess nationally. So before we look ahead to 2024, let's kind of take a look back at 2023 and talk a little bit about the market here for the better part of a year or so. 2023 was an interesting year because it was coming after what was really a boom year here. It was a frenzy because basically what happened was we're at a 20-year low in inventory, and again, with very high demand. Well, we have so many people moving here. I mean, I was hearing numbers of 5,000-6,000 people a month relocating here. And a lot of those folks were coming from areas like DC, Virginia, Maryland, California, coming from areas with higher markets, with higher property values. They were selling homes there, relocating here, and coming with bags of cash. So what that meant was they would come here, they would waive appraisals, they would waive inspections, they would pay as much as $100,000 over asking price. Crazy, but they did it. And what that meant was if you were a traditional home buyer, someone who had saved up 3% to put down and needed a loan, you were at the back of the line when it came to buying a home. And it was really kind of sad for most buyers because they could not compete and they could not get a house. Now, sellers loved this because it meant that homes were going, literally, some were going within hours. Some were going before they even went active on the market. And sellers loved this because the prices were inflated. There were no conditions. It was a great time to be a seller. Well, when the interest rates started to rise, everybody started to pump the brakes, even folks that had bags of cash, because in their mind, they were thinking, now, if I hold out a little while, prices are going to come down. I'm going to be able to catch the crash and come in and pay cash. Pay cash in the crash, right? Well, what happened was there was no crash. We saw an adjustment of prices because honestly, prices had become inflated and had just kind of gotten out of hand. So it wasn't so much of a crash as it was an adjustment to logic, okay? Coming back down to market value homes. So then the interest rates went up and everybody just stopped looking. So for the last, 6 to 8 months of 2023, the market here is really kind of dampened. Well, guess what? Last few weeks here in December, interest rates started to dip below 7. Guess what? It's starting again. Now, we're not going to get to the frenzy that we were at a year and a half ago. However, we are still at a 20-year low in inventory. There is still high demand. that means it's still a seller's market. Now, granted, sellers are more open to concessions now and helping to pay closing costs and do repairs. But again, it is still very much a seller's market. So what does this mean going forward for 2024? Let's start out with interest rates, because I believe, and again, my opinion is not based on my crystal bowling ball. My opinion is based on my involvement in the market. I stay very close to things. I monitor mortgage rates. I monitor trends. And so this video is just my opinion. It's free because that's what it's worth, my friends. So interest rates. Now, I mentioned earlier that, after bumping near 8, we are back down, really getting below 7 now. And my opinion, based on what I hear, what I read, what I see online from the government and the lenders and Freddie and Fannie, is interest rates are going to settle back down. We're going to go, I think if we get through the first quarter here, 6.5, and eventually we're going to get down to 6, maybe 5.75, but 6. And I think that's where we're going to settle in for the rest of the year. Now, that's going to be if you are going out getting a conventional loan from a lender. I think you are going to see rates hit 6 and stay there. The good news is if you are in the market for new construction, builders here are offering amazing rates. I had a meeting this morning with a builder from D.R. Horton who came by. They are offering, I think it's 4.5%. on new construction. And another one came in the other day and it was at 4.9. So if you are in the market for new construction now, today, and you want to look at these homes, you're going to get interest rates in the 4s. That is just freaking amazing. You're going to see a lot of those incentives. Now, if the frenzy starts again and the buying craze starts again and all of a sudden builders are, flush out of inventory because their demand is high, you're going to see those interest rates fluctuate. But right now, you can buy a new home here for under 5%. That's amazing, guys. Just amazing. So, long story short about interest rates, I think we're going to settle back down to 6. Again, maybe 5.75. I think that's where we're going to spend most of 2024. That's a good rate. That really is a good rate. I don't think we're ever going to see 2.5, 3 ever again, at least not anytime soon. But if you can get an interest rate of 6 or below, that's a good rate. So what's going to happen then is the market's going to start picking back up. Again, low inventory, high demand, low interest rates, lots of money to lend. We are going to start seeing that really take off again here in North Alabama. Even when the market slowed down, we were still outpacing most of the country. So interest rates are going to drive this. So let's talk home prices. Again, we did not see a bottoming out of the market. There was no crash of the market here. There was an adjustment. I think you're going to see those prices in 2024 hold firm. If anything, they're going to start ticking back up. Demand drives pricing, right? So I think that's going to happen. You're going to see a steady rise. I don't think you're going to see the insanity that we saw before, but we are going to see prices hold steady and go up. I think we're going to continue to see low inventory. I've said it several times already, 20-year low in inventory. The last time I looked at available inventory, I think we had about 2 months worth of inventory in the MLS. Anything short of 4 or 5 months, high demand seller's market. We are not going to see a buyer's market until we at least have 5 months worth of houses. So low inventory is still going to be a factor. I mentioned the builders. I think the builders are really going to kick into high gear. You're going to see a lot of new construction. We're already seeing a ton of new construction. We're seeing, neighborhoods popping up all around. The builder that I met with this morning, they just opened the second phase in their neighborhood where she works. And I think she said there were 50 or 60 new lots being cut. So you're going to see builders really kick in to meet that inventory. And the great thing about builders is, love them or hate them, they offer some killer incentives. So it's going to be a great market here for new construction. As far as our economy goes here, our economy here in Madison County is just freaking killer. It is just killer. Tommy battled the mayor in Huntsville, Paul Finley, the mayor in Madison. They are so economically development focused that they're just going to continue bringing in not only industry, but business. And you're going to see a flourish of small businesses opening and building and growing. Clift Farms in Madison just announced, I think they've got 13 new restaurants coming to that. So you're going to see the rise of these walkable neighborhoods like Cliff Farm, Town Madison, Providence, where you're going to have retail, shopping, housing, entertainment, all in a walkable area. That's going to be the new big development phase here. A lot of commercial here. We're seeing a lot of new retail, a lot of restaurants. Just on an economic standpoint, 2024, we're going to just continue doing what we've been doing. This area really has not had a down economy that I can remember. And you're not going to see that in 2024. So, some things that might influence our local economy, of course, the elections coming in 2024. Guys, I don't talk politics. I hate politics. I think most politicians are, so I don't get into that ever on this channel. However, I do have to concede that politics drives the economy. So even if we are doing great locally, what's going to happen nationally? No idea. What's going to happen around the world? Man, I think it's just going to get worse. I think we're going to see more wars. We're going to see more conflicts. We're going to see more countries pushing. And sadly, again, I don't do politics, but sadly, I believe that the United States we are not the powerhouse we used to be. We talk a good game. I'm not sure we can put up one. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, what happens nationally and globally, I'm sure there'll be some effect here. But as a whole, I believe our economy here, our housing market here, our retail market here, everything about North Alabama is just going to continue to be on the upswing. So interest rates are going to come down and level out. Housing starts are going to increase. You're going to see more new construction. You're going to see home prices go up, although not as much as they were. We're going to get back to really kind of again, what I think is a balanced market. We went from the extremes of the frenzy to pumping the brakes to really getting kind of quiet. I think we're going to get back somewhere in the middle. I think that's a great market for buyers and sellers. I keep saying this. There has never been a better time to buy or sell a home in North Alabama than right now, right this second. Prices are not going to crash. Prices are steady. They're going to continue going up. Demand is high. Interest rates are coming down. I think 2024 is going to be a great year for North Alabama and hopefully for you. So, hey, don't forget, if we can do anything for you when it comes to real estate, we have Leading Edge Real Estate Group. We got 7 offices, about 300 agents. We are the 3rd largest brokerage in town. We do a lot of business, and we'd love to help you buy or sell your home. We're very good at what we do. My info is below. If you'd like to reach out and chat, I'm always happy to do so. It's really funny. I get so many contacts through this YouTube channel. New Year's Eve, I got 3 calls from clients all over the country. Hey, I know it's New Year's Eve, but can we talk about Huntsville? You bet your butt we can talk about Huntsville. So if we can do anything for you when it comes to real estate, don't hesitate to reach out. Otherwise, I hope you had a great new year. I hope 2024 is a stellar year for you. And if there's anything we can do to make it better or to help you meet your goals, just give us a call. That's it. Talk to you soon. Bye.